What's up, guys? Got a little video for y'all. Man, it's been a rough week. I had a couple of cars I had to get out of here. Couldn't quite video them, but I got that behind me. Now I'm back. We got a 2010 Ford Crown Victoria in the house. It's not going to third gear. We're going to pull the transmission out. I'm not going to rebuild it, but I am going to open it up and just see what I can see, what's going on with it. I'm gonna let one of my other guys rebuild it for me. This car is actually a taxi. They turned it into a taxi, but it does have the police interceptor motor. It used to be a police interceptor, as you can see. Has the little spotlight and crap. This transmission is actually one of the easiest ones to get out. So I'm gonna video getting it out. We come under here. Like when you're under here, you don't have to take the exhaust off all the way. Like there's actually a shortcut you can take if you can't get these bolts out. The crossmember right here, we can sometimes unbolt it and slide it back over the exhaust to get it out of the way. But if it poses a problem, we can get up in there to get those exhaust bolts that are a pain in the freaking butt to get to. The hardest part about this job is this stupid starter. It's a 3-bolt starter, which is a pain in the ass. But I'm gonna put you on the tripod, show y'all what I do to get this thing out. The exhaust situation, we might finesse with it for a second, because it's been a while since I've done one of these. This one is the police interceptor version, so it might be set up a little bit different than the regular Crown Victorias. So give me 1 second, guys. Alright, on the hood. First thing, always unhook your battery. Well, I just had that loose. Give me 1 second. Unhook your battery. What I do is I always come up here and pull this dipstick out. Just because sometimes it gets in your way. The fluid ain't burnt. It's actually pretty clean still. So, something's going on with it. All these wires, I don't know. I mean, they turned into a taxi. I mean, they got wires ran in places I don't freaking know where I'm going. Kind of scary. But we ain't worried about that right now. We'll go under the vehicle. And this is the, I don't know. That's gonna be the 5.4, I believe. Because that looks a little bigger than the 4.6. Alright, we're back on this vehicle. We are going to get the exhaust out of the way, because this cross member goes way over here. I mean, you drop it down, all this is going to be in the way. The one I'm thinking about is the trucks and some of the Mustangs and some of these Crown Victorias won't have it all the way. They have it from hill to hill. And the pipe will have a crossover right here. You can cheat and cut here in the pipe, and everything drop down the middle of you don't gotta mess with the exhaust pipe. But on this one, we gotta mess with the exhaust. We gotta take these 2 bolts out here. These 2 right here, these are 14s on this one. We got 15s right there, which I hope they don't break off. That one right there, you're going to take that O2 sensor out. You got to take that O2 sensor out to get to that bolt. And you might be able to get on the bottom one over there. So, we're going to play the exhaust and the starter on this one. Sad to say. For that top O2 sensor, I like using the crow's foot O2 sensor removal. So hopefully she comes out like she's supposed to. If not, we'll be cussing at it. So once I get this exhaust out of the way, I can really put y'all on the tripod and just show y'all me taking bolts and stuff out. But the hard part right now is the exhaust pipe is in the damn way. Alright, so after 30 minutes of trying, I finally got that bolt off right there without breaking it. We're going to go to drastic measures on this. I got the other one loose. So, I took my torch, heated it up, nothing happened. Could not get it to break loose. I sprayed WD-40 on it, PB blaster, nothing. And magically, I took transmission fluid and sprayed on the back of the nut, let it sit for 5 minutes, and the darn thing came loose like it was nothing. So, who needs PB blaster or WD-40 when transmission fluid is better, or does the same thing? This side right here, we got bad issues. That O2 sensor up there will not come out. I'm scared it's going to break off because it's spinning, but it's very, very tight. So, can't get to the other bolts. So, drastic measures right here, cut right here, and get unbolted right here. So, when you cut right here, this piece of the pipe be out your way, you can get your crossmember out. That's the main thing we need. But it's just one of those days. An hour to get this thing out turned out to be probably 2 hours now, because can't get the exhaust out the way. We still gotta fight that stupid 3-bolt starter. So bear with me, guys. Alright, like I said, drastic measures. We're gonna cut right here. Hopefully y'all have a welder like I do, but it's easy to cut it and get it back together. I would rather weld something than break a bolt off and sit here and drill for 50 years. To drill a freaking bolt out and put a new bolt in. So well, my thing came out the saw blade. Alright. The section cut out right there. Put a little right strap right there that it won't fall, the other piece won't fall on your head. We're gonna move up here to this 3-bolt starter, which could be a pain in the ass. Now, unless somebody was nice and they left the other bolt out up top, which I'm hoping they did. We'll find out. And I think they did. Nope, I feel it. Alright, on the 3-bolt starters, you can take a 1/4" drive ratchet with the adapter on the end of it to make it go up to 3/8. 2 short extensions and a deep 10. Now you could take the 1/4" all the way, but I feel like you can get no better of this. But yeah, that top bolt, you got one there, one there, and you got one way up in there you can't see. It's a pain in the ass. But this is what works out for me every time. If they're very tight, you take a little pole, put an end of it to break it loose. Alright, just like that, you can let the starter hang. So, since it's hanging, you can, while you are here, you can go ahead and take these lines off. But I'll wait for a second, because you'll be dipping fluid all over the place. Those are 1/2 inch or 13s, but 1/2 inch fits it better. We can go ahead and go back here to the drive shaft back here. Just go ahead and get it out of the way. When you pull the drive shaft out, have a bucket below it, because sometimes it will piss fluid out the back. Once you get the drive shaft out of the way, we're homeward bound. I mean, there's nothing else in the way. We can get the torque for the bolts out. Come over here and pop this cover off right here. You can get, and actually there's one right there looking at you already. So, we spin the motor around to get it. And go from there. Alright, back here in the back. It's 12. Size 12. 12-point wrench or socket get on it. Go ahead and get it. And actually this already loose. You don't see that every day. That one's loose too. Alright, they're all loose. That ain't good. Alright. Wow. So, he had to be filled about vibration because all the bolts are loose. But yeah, 12, take all these out, knock it with a hammer, just tap it right here and it'll fall down. And you can pull the drive shaft out. These bolts are literally loose, man. I've never had a bolt on the rear end loose already. I've seen them come loose on Chevrolets. But that was a little tighter. But still, they don't supposed to be that loose. I mean, it's a safety issue right here. Because if these bolts come loose going on the road, if they come loose going on the road, guys, the drive shaft comes out. If it drops down, as soon as it drops down, you're going to flip this vehicle over because the drive shaft's spinning. And you're going to tear a bunch of shit up. Plain and simple. And then get these other bolts out. And then we'll pull it out. And we'll fixing to get it out of here, guys. Really surprised nothing came out that time. Okay. Really surprised. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, got a little drip, ain't too bad. It really stopped pissing when I lean it down. You come over here and hook this shift linkage right here. I think that's gonna be like a 17. Hold on. It's actually an 18. Yeah, you just break it loose. Gotta be careful with all this shit right here is plastic. Take the nut off. It's actually one way it goes, so we ain't worried about it. You just go by the marks, put it back in. So we'll probably end up, more likely we're gonna end up changing. We're gonna just put a different transmission in here. Like I said, once I get it out and I open it up, you can see what I can see. I don't do many Fords. Haven't really cared about them. But I'm just showing y'all how to get it out. I mean, step by step. Yeah, we had to cut the exhaust over here. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But you can run that back together. Let's see here. You got tins right here. Take the 2 tins out. Hold on. I don't know why I'm using my hands, but I just got my electric gun. And if y'all doing this on the ground, you need to make sure you're as high as you can get, at least you need to be at least 35 inches high, because that fucking bell housing, when you get this bitch down on your little transmission jack, how the hell you gonna get your transmission out from the front of the car when your bell housing decides to hit this shit right here or the sides? So I got this thing in my little lift that I made, so I'm high as shit already. Yeah, just take this and lay it to the side. Come up right here, unplug all your wires. Can't do it with one hand. This is your other O2 sensor right here. You just go ahead and get it unplugged, because when the motor leans, you don't want to break shit. Well, I get it with my other hand. But let me unplug some of this shit. And we're gonna come over here. We'll go ahead and take a 13 inch or a half inch and get these lines undone. But like I said, we can get them undone. You know what? We're just gonna get these lines when the motor's leaning. So I'm gonna show y'all in a minute. We'll go ahead and take this little cover off right here. Right there. And right there. Those two bolts that expose the flywheel. Supposed to have a plug right here, but they took it out on this one. It's 2010 Crown Victoria. If it had the plug, it's actually the same transmission right here. This came out of a Mustang we had. You take the plug out, and yes, it's broke right here. I've done that. A lot of people do it when you turn the motor over. But plug, it's easy. Shield, whatever. Thirteen's right here, by the way. Got one right here. Now, fair warning. You see how that shield gets right up there like that? Fair warning. If you don't tighten this shield back up the right the first time, when you crank it up, it'll be making a hell of a noise. But at least I can fix it out by do those pliers and go from there. Alright. If you got ADHD like me and you got tired of the starter hitting you in the head, because you gotta come over here and turn the motor on right here. Like I said, some of them have a plug here. That plate I just took off, using it in there, but this is the bigger motor. So we come right in here like this. And turn the motor over. Just go down, that's what I always do, see? Just go down. Yeah, it's time consuming, but fuck it. But keep doing that. At the same time, look over here. Whenever a boat comes around, I actually got one right there looking at us. There are actually 9/16. Every one of them is a 9/16. If you put a 14 on it, you will strip it out. I'll repeat, 9/16. If you put a 14 on there, you will strip it out and you're fucked. Alright? So, should be, I think it's 3 or 4 in this thing. Get them all out. After we get these out, we'll go get the cross member out of the way. The cooling lines, and hit the bell housing bolts and these out. Bear with me. Alright, how you know you got all the bolts out of it? You can take and wiggle the stud. When it makes that noise, you know all the bolts out the tug motor. Alright, we got a slow ass jack like mine. Jack up, and then take the pressure off the cross member. Make sure you hit these 2 bolts right here on the transmission mount. Hit these 2 bolts. Get a 213s there, 2 right there. I just noticed the freaking emergency brake cable is bolted to this thing, so make sure your wheels are scotched because now it's getting sketchy. But it should be alright. But yeah, jack it up, take the pressure off, and just gotta wait. I'm gonna slow jack today. It's cold outside, real cold. Alright, jack's under. I'm gonna take this other bolt out right here. I always lay my bolts, my little thing I made. I don't remember. Sometimes I just forget, guys. But all this is common sense. But let me get over here and get these other 13s out. Let's see here. See if I can do this with one hand. The person I got holding the camera for me ain't here today. Alright, got those ones out. Now here comes the sketchy shit, because I don't know what this thing is going to do. So you put y'all down and I'll get back with you in a minute. Alright, yes, those 2 10s that hold the emergency brake cable to the cross member. Once that's out of the way, it'll drop right down. Make sure you get your bucket ready. Now we can lean this thing. I just go ahead and lean it all the way as much as it wants to go. That we get all the fluid as we can. Well, ain't never gonna come out. Alright, guess nothing wants to come out today. Usually, you have a lot of fluid coming out in this thing. But today, she don't want to come out. All the wires that you couldn't get to earlier, you can get to them like it's nothing now. Unhook all your wires. Like I said, 1/2 inch on the lines. Unhook everything. And then we'll hit the bellhousing bolts and see it's coming out. Alright, once the cooler line's out the way, if the whole fitting comes out, like that one did on the bottom, don't be scared. You screw it right back in the other one. Now everything's unhooked from it. We're gonna start getting these the bellhousing bolts out. Alright, remember to put your jack back under it. I'll put a ratchet strap around it just to hold it. These Fords, I got this nipple on the bottom of the pan. Make sure you do not bend the pan up if you can help it. Because you bend the pan, you got to make sure you bend it back out. But go around and hit all these 13s around the bellhousing, and we're coming out right now. Let's see if I can set y'all up. Maybe y'all can see me doing this. Long extension, and your gun. Go hit these top 2 first. Reach my hand up in here and make sure it came off all the way. This long one right here actually went to the dipstick. See here. You can pull the dipstick out. You can move it out of the way. Do what you want with it. Sometimes it stays in there. If it stays in there, leave it in there. Alright, that was real tight. That one's loose. Let's put this other one up top. bolt over here. My extension is very, very warped. Alright, we can over here and grab all the bolts. And she plays nice. Look at that, all rusted up. She plays nice. We can jiggle it, and it should come off the dowel pins. We're gonna find out what happens in about 2 seconds. Take your hand and sorry about this. Yep. Sometimes she needs a little help in the front. That plate that just fell, got to make sure that is back in there when you put the transmission in, because you'll bust the pump on these things. Alright. Coming down over. Hope we don't get hung on anything. Coming down, coming down. Dipstick, she's gonna fall out, that's fine. Make sure you get the wires hung. Dipstick, she wants to come with her, that's fine. There she is. We got her out. So, what I like doing is, this is how I'm set up on the lift I made. When I come down, I end up letting the bell housing rest against the flywheel. Because the first thing I like doing is pulling this heavy ass torque converter out. That way somebody's gonna come up here and help me get it off the jack. So, like, subscribe my video. This is how you get a transmission out of a Crown Victoria. Make sure you hit that notification bell for more videos. If you don't hit the notification bell, you don't know if more videos are coming up. Thanks, guys.